Hey there, folks. oh, 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 oh. Welcome back to You're Kidding, right? Like, subscribe, comment, share. What is this? This is a principal of a school in Oklahoma. Yes, a school principal. What's that you're saying? It looks like a drag queen. Well, yes. Yes, he is a drag queen. And yet he is also a school principal. Oh, what's that you said? I thought that teachers were not allowed to engage in such activities on pain of losing their jobs. Well, yeah, that's before the world went nuts. You realize we're in clown world now, right? Okay. So even though this individual is a school principal and also has an arrest and a trial for being in possession of child pornography in his past, still managed to become a school principal. But the superintendent of his school district is not for this and is trying to get him booted out. All right, let's take a look at what we're looking at here. Here we go. Lord have mercy. So the caption under this says, this is a screenshot of Chantel. Hold on, let me just make this a little bit bigger so I can see it. Okay. Chantel Mandalay. That's what this individual calls himself. Dressed as a drag queen, Mr. Merlin has read books to children to celebrate Pride for the Metropolitan Library System. So he's one of those people. He's one of those drag queen story hour people. Interesting how so many of them seem to have convictions for pedophilia or for the possession of child pornography or both in their past. Huh. Amazing, right? Okay, let's take a look at the story. Here we go. This is from Vaz. Thank you very much, Vaz. Oklahoma elementary school hired a principal who is a drag queen, previously arrested for child pornography. You thought I was kidding. I mean, honestly, there are times when I see things and I'm like, it just can't be. It just can't be. Who would hire this individual to be around children? Well, obviously, somebody did. Alrighty, let's keep going. Let's find out about this. Okay, it says Shane Merlin, known as Chantal Mandalay, in his drag shows, was named principal of John Glenn Elementary School in June. 3 months after V1SUT revealed that Merlin had been arrested for possession of drugs and child pornography in 2001. Arrested for both. Okay. However, the school district did not appear, or this did not appear to be new information. Western Heights Public Schools acknowledged in announcing the appointment that it was aware of the previous charges that were dismissed more than 20 years ago. Well, you know what? I could see maybe overlooking a drug charge 20 years ago. Overlooking a child pornography charge? Nope, not when he's going to have to be around kids. Because here's the thing. The pedos don't reform. Ever. They do not reform. And one of the things that pedos will do is go to great lengths to have access to children. And so here we are. So I would imagine that the person who gave him this job is a pedo enabler. Let's keep going. This evening, the Board of Education approved the hiring of Dr. Shane Merlin for the head principal position at John Glenn Elementary. Recently, the district has been made aware of previous charges that were dismissed more than 20 years ago. So basically, they found that this guy was in possession of child pornography. And the problem was that he had deleted these images. So there was a technicality about whether or not he could actually be in possession of deleted images. I would say if he deleted the images, it's because he was in possession of them, for the love of God. But anyway, let's keep going. Mr. Merlin has been serving, there you go, has been serving in the field of education for more than 25 years and has an outstanding reputation. What is a druggie, a drag queen, and someone who's into child SA images? Yeah, outstanding. He comes highly recommended from previous supervisors, colleagues, and educators. I don't believe that. It's possible that he may have concealed his proclivities, but I doubt it. I doubt it. I really wonder if this is because what can frequently happen is that these schools know that these guys are kitty fiddlers and they just kind of pass them along. It's like, oh, we're going to get him out of here, but he's going to go someplace else. Don't anybody say anything. We don't want him to sue us. Also, how old is this guy? Because I mean, if he's in his 40s, if he's in his mid 40s, and I don't think he is, he looks older than that. Why is he taking on a principal job? I guess he's going to retire in 10 years and he'll have a better pension, but it just seems a bit much. It doesn't make any sense to me. There's a whole lot here that's just not holding together. But let's keep going. Alrighty, so more from the Vaz article. It says, when he was arrested, Merlin was 30 years old, so he's 50 or over 50, and was working as a teacher at Will Rogers Elementary. Police arrested him after recovering deleted images from his computer of minors performing acts, according to a report on the case by the Oklahoman. An early ruling in Merlin's favor was reversed by a county appeals court, which ruled that the photographs were sufficient to prosecute him. The judge in charge of the decision, Dave Allen, concluded that it is clear from a review of the pictures that they do represent child, you know what I'm saying because it's YouTube. According to the Oklahoman, the court again ruled in Merlin's favor a year later, as the prosecution could not prove that he had actually possessed the images because they had been deleted. It could not be proven, the judge conceded, whether he had opened the file. The defense lawyers argued that Merlin received pornographic content by mistake and deleted it immediately. But wait a second. If he was arrested for possession, there had to be cause, right? There had to be probable cause. And if we're talking about digital images, there has to be some record of this guy somewhere of having been in possession of this. And I know that there used to be a thing with, oh, I just downloaded it by mistake. Yeah, no, that's bullshit. No. That's not what happened. I know that people used to say that. It's not what happened. So I'm just wondering if they couldn't prove that he was in possession of the images, how did he end up getting arrested in the first place? Here's what I think. I don't think that there was any kind of persecution or anything like this. I think that he probably had a good lawyer, and that who's ever trying to prosecute him just wasn't up to the task. That's what I think. I think that the state had inadequate counsel. But we also know that prosecution of sex crimes in this country is laughable. So, yeah, of course, charges dropped, right? Uh-huh. Perfect. I don't trust the guy. I do not trust him at all. And I don't think the school district should either. And then, of course, there's the whole drag queen thing. There's the whole mocking of women. There's the whole mocking of women in a sexualized manner. Not great. Not great to have around little girls. Not great to have around little boys. Right? Little girls need to learn how to respect themselves. Little boys need to learn how to respect themselves. I do not imagine they could learn that from a drag queen, nor could little boys learn how to respect girls from a man who performs in woman face and is proud of it. Yeah, somewhat problematic. But we've got this article from Fox News that is encouraging. Yes, I know Fox News is the devil. I'm not nuts about it. Honestly, I wish that there were another news outlet that was not Fox News that would actually cover these things, but there isn't. So this is what we got. Okay. Oklahoma district who hired drag queen to be elementary school principal faces backlash. Unimaginable. This is liberal insanity that every parent wants out of the classroom, Oklahoma's education superintendent said. So be of good cheer. There is someone who is not a complete nut who's got his eye on this. Check this out. Okay, so this is a Fox News exclusive, and it says, the superintendent of the state of Oklahoma, Ryan Walters, called for the Western Heights School District to immediately terminate a drag queen they hired to be an elementary school principal. That's right, immediately. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go to your office, get your shit, and get out. Bye! Okay. It's outrageous to have a drag queen running a school, here in Oklahoma that doesn't line up with Oklahoma values. I got to tell you something there, Mr. Walters. It doesn't line up with anybody's values. Just because the politicians in the blue states have gone nuts doesn't mean that we've all gone with them. But I understand what he's saying. Walters goes on to say, I hear from parents every day that are concerned with this woke left-wing indoctrination or schools. This gender theory that continues to be thrust upon our kids is completely inappropriate. It is. It really is. There is enough to be covered in the classroom if you just stick to basic subjects: reading, math, science, social studies. That is a whole day right there. You don't need to add in the gender woo, because once you add in the gender woo, there's stuff that you're not teaching. So what are they not teaching when they're teaching gender woo? Something a kid's going to actually need, like math skills. The article goes on. The principal of John Glenn Elementary School, Shane Merlin, is a drag queen who goes by the name Chantel Mandalay. Fox News Digital can confirm. Merlin maintained a separate Facebook page from another called Chantel Mandalay. According to the page, Merlin was employed as a drag queen at a venue called The Boom. Listen, dude wants to do drag? Fine. I don't think it's appropriate, but whatever. But shouldn't be working around kids. Nope, and nope. The article goes on to say, and how do you do it? This is going back to Walters, the school superintendent. You start breaking them apart and say, listen, you're gender fluid. You can change your pronouns. Look at the sexual material. All right. So Walters here is talking about how teachers indoctrinate kids into gender woo, right? And start leading them down that wonderful path to chemical sterilization and genital mutilation, and not to mention emotionally abusing them out of healthy identity development, where they understand that one can only be the sex that one is born as, right? So the kids start to believe that maybe I'm a boy, maybe I could be a girl, or I'm a girl, maybe I could be a boy. That's emotional abuse. Okay. So, Walters goes on to say, when the kid takes it home and their parent is outraged by it, the kids turn on their parents. This is absolutely trying to break down that family unit, so the kid is more susceptible to the most radical Marxist gender ideology we've ever seen, to pit groups of people against each other. And frankly, it's to create Democrat voters. Yes, it is. The purpose of this, or one of the purposes of it, apart from feeding Big Pharma, is to get kids early to be against so-called traditional values, like the understanding and acceptance of the fact that biological sex is real and immutable, so they will vote for Democrats. That's the point. This is creating Democrat voters 15, 20 years from now. I think they may already have given up on people like, people my age. But if they're playing a long game, they're banking on, the kids, people who are kids now, voting for them or voting them back into power 10, 15 years from now. Let's keep going. Okay. So, Superintendent Walters continues to say, no parent wants to send their kid to school knowing that they could be exposed to radical gender theory in any capacity. No sane parent. There are plenty of nuts who actually think this is a good idea. But parents who still have a couple of working brain cells to rub together understand that this is no good for kids. None of it. Okay. Superintendent goes on to say, this woke war on kids has to stop. We will not allow it in Oklahoma. This is the liberal insanity that every parent wants out of the classroom. Exactly. We will not allow our kids to be part of their radical left game for pushing ideology and furthering their end goal, which is creating social justice warriors, instead of students that understand how education is the path to success for them. We will not allow it. This will stop. Yay. I love it. Every single word of it. And boy, did I make that big. I sure did. I probably need stronger glasses. But anyway, listen. You understand my point. You understand that there are people who are not content to be steamrolled by the gender juggernaut. And that does my heart good. Like I said, I would prefer this guy be a Democrat. I would love to see some sane Democrats come out for this. But if they're not going to, I'm just not going to vote for him. To hell with them. To hell with every last one of them. All right, I'm going to leave this here, and I will see you in the next video. And until then, remember, not everybody's nuts. Just because the gender crazyists have lost their minds doesn't mean we all have. It doesn't mean that we all have to buy into the bullshit. We don't have to buy into it at all. And that there are people who are going to push back against it, and we can support those folks in various ways. So, stories like this help me stay inspired. You guys help me stay inspired. And I hope that I can help you stay inspired so that we can all stay strong, ladies.